Good afternoon. So, cheers. No wine, just a cup of coffee. Well, just put that down. I have to thank you because it's been pretty awful here. It's been cold, windy, cloudy. We're not used to that now. So, and then I've come out here to film and the sun comes out and thanks. So you better come round more often. So, I'm going to talk about a little topic in a moment, but the main thing I want to tell you today is that there's a video that's going to come out half an hour after this one, so 3:30 GMT, and it's a video. It's about 20 minutes. It's part 1 of 3, and it was something that was filmed when a certain young man came round to visit me a couple of weeks ago. That's part 1. Part 1 got cut off because for some reason the camera decided that it couldn't do that length of film, so we had to then, we didn't discover that until the following day. So that young man then came round on a very auspicious day, which you'll find out about eventually, and we did part 2 and part 3, and that young man is my brother Philip, and he's just launched a thing all about the golfing mindset. It's all about the mind, of which he's quite an expert, coping with an older brother like me for all his life, and it's called Easier Golf from Your Armchair, and it's an online course, and you can go in, and as of now you can actually go in and sign up, and it's a trial period, no cost involved. He needs people to get involved and give him some feedback. So, and I can assure you, if I know that through Easier Swing you're learning about the golf swing, but you're also learning about an attitude towards bad shots and that whole thing. And he will just build on that. And you've got very similar techniques, but in these videos you will actually hear how we came to the same place via different paths. So he's got some different ways of going about the same sort of thing, and well worth it. So that's really the main thing that you'll be seeing shortly, but I will just talk about one thing because it's something that quite a few people have been talking about, and it's ball position. Now, as soon as somebody starts talking to me about ball position, I find it very difficult to be precise. Well, that's not quite true. If you're with me as a student and you say, what about ball position, or even a group of you, I can then talk to you individually. I can talk about the grand lines, the generalizations, which I will do in a moment, but telling everybody about ball position in a blank statement, well, that's just teaching. It's instruction. You will do this. And to me it's a bit like if any of you jumped in my car, would the seat be in the right place? Especially the modern seats with all these electronic gadgets and all the different positions you can get into. No, you wouldn't. You'd have to adjust it to yourself. So, and it reminds me also of the story in my book about the bird, quotes at the end of one of the chapters. So somebody found this dishevelled bird, and they cut its feathers back, and then they cut its beak back, and then they cut its talons back, and then they said, oh, now you really look like a bird ought to look. Couldn't fly, couldn't kill, and couldn't eat. So, but you look good. And that's what golf teachers tend to do to you. They put you in a position, and then and sometimes those positions don't actually encourage you or even allow you to swing the club in a comfortable and relaxed manner. So be very careful. A bit like the suit that we were talking about, the story that was shared with me recently, that I think I shared with you on one of the videos, about the guy who went for the suit and got this fantastic suit and didn't look very good in it because one arm was too long, so the tailor shoved him around until the suit fitted. No. So okay, so I've been putting in my corridor for the last 3 months, soon to be let out, by the way, 1st of August. And I've tried putting, standing closer to the ball and putting it way off my left foot, way off my right foot, standing with the ball quite a long way from me. And I've been trying it. Do you know what? As long as I stay focused on the task and getting the ball to where I want it to go, and I've got a little mat, so I've got distance. It has to jump on the mat and not go over the other side, so it's quite delicate. And because I've been practicing this, I've got quite good at it, as long as I'm focused on doing it and not focusing on how I'm doing it. And I found that actually that ball position doesn't really make any difference. There you are. What does make a difference, particularly for we seniors, but the effect is there with younger people as well, I believe. So to me, number one thing is that if you are playing golf and you're in that tour pro sort of situation down there, you're in for trouble. It pulls on your back to start off with, it creates a lot of tension, and I just know, and you can do this yourself, go out the next time you're hitting balls on the range or on the golf course and just say to yourself, okay, I'm going to try and stand a long way from the ball, and you just see if you can hit a nice shot from there. I think it becomes very difficult. So standing taller and closer so that your sternum is the same distance from the ball, because if you just get closer to the ball you get cramped. So standing closer to the ball is more comfortable for every joint in your body, and we need comfort in those joints and muscles and tendons to be able to make the easiest swing. We do La Danse de Golf here, we're not practicing it down there. It gives us the feeling, so when we stand to the ball we want to try and get as near to that as possible. So I'm not going to stand vertically obviously, but I'm not going to try and bend over too far. The second thing is that as we get older, a ball position well out to the left foot gets quite difficult. A wide stance like this, ball forward, my body can't do that. So narrower stance, closer to the ball and taller, and tending towards having it a little bit further back than you might have been told in the past by your teachers, by your fellow players, and by any books that give instructions on that sort of thing. So that's as far as I want to go. Anybody who comes to see me, they will get individualized, personalized recommendations. One little thing I'd like to add to that, and that is that as we get older we struggle, because our club head speed decreases, we struggle to get the ball flying. Now if the ball doesn't stay up in the air for very long, it's then just got to run. So if we can get it up in the air and get it to stay there a bit longer. So the one thing I would recommend is just teeing the ball up a little bit higher. So that's it in terms of ball position. Of course people can write in and ask me questions and I'll do my best to respond. Of course I am in the process of writing my book, and the difficulty I'm having, if I'm perfectly honest, is the amount of the amount of other things I have to do that sort of get in the way. So no, please keep them coming anyway, and I might just take a little bit longer to get back to you. And thank you very much. Thanks for coming here again and joining me. I've missed you, I really have, and I have to tell you that yes, I've got about another month and then I'll be free again. But these last three and a half months have been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it, and you have been the major part of that, because I've never got lonely, I've never got bored. Thank you very much indeed, and I hope you enjoy the video chat with Philip. So it's in 3 parts. First part's out today, second and third will come later in the week. Okay, thanks a lot, and oh, I don't have a swing, have I? God, dear, I better have a swing. Right. Not too bad. Thanks very much. See you again soon.